Today's video is sponsored by the OneFootball app. If you haven't done it already, head down to the description before this video starts, click the link and download it completely free of charge on iOS or Android. Welcome back everyone to another episode of the Charlton Athletic Career Mode. We are still here in third place, 37 points to our name, and we are fighting the likes of West Brom, Brentford, Stoke, Sheffield Wednesday all around us for that second position this season. That is what we've got our eyes on, because apparently Wolverhampton Wanderers are running away with the league this season. So let's start things off by doing some training drills here. I still am not 100% happy with the overall ratings of Grant and Aribo and Stengs and players like that, even though like Aribo, for example, he's 23 now, so his growth is going to begin to sort of steady up and slow up a little bit, but I still want him to improve various aspects of his stats, as well as Grant as well, who's 22 in the game right now. Either way, we're going to simulate this, and you know, a couple of good results there. Grant doesn't do so well. Zhu did pretty well, as did Stengs. We need to get his finishing up towards 70 ASAP before he is anywhere near our starting 11 in the Premier League, if and when we get there. And we will check the games. We've got this episode after we check the office here. Deek still obviously has that red card, and we have Tariqe Fosu, who says that he's in really good form, so thanks for playing me. So good stuff there. So as January looms and I'm thinking about getting some players in the club, we actually have 6 players that have been brought to my attention here whose contracts are expiring at the end of the season. So Solly, Pearce, Page, Taylor, Deekstill and Naby Sarr all need contract negotiations sorted. So I'm going to try and do that right now, and I'll let you know to what degree of success I have, basically. So let's go. So we've got some good news and some bad news here. The bad news, let's start off with, and that is that Anthony Deekstill, for example, Naby Sarr as well, but most importantly Deekstill, because he's the best player here of all the players that's contracts are expiring. We can't do a deal for them right now, basically because I've run out of money. The good news, on the other hand, is that I did have enough money to renew Chris Solly's and Lewis Page's contracts, and they only have demands of being rotation players in the squad, so they're not going to get too unhappy if they sit on the bench for a while, but they definitely bulk out our squad, and they are 2 integral Charlton players that I want to keep at the squad for the foreseeable future. So the most annoying part of this is that Deekstill for now doesn't have a new contract on the table. Hopefully though, when we sell Tariqe Fosu and we get that money in, we will be able to reinvest some of that into contract talks with some other players, in particular, like I said, Anthony Deekstill, but we'll bear that in mind. And now we can move on to our game against Birmingham City. So we're at the Valley against Birmingham here. I'm going to sim this match. We have the same old lineup, apart from the fact that Chris Solly comes in to replace the suspended Deekstill. Hopefully he's full of motivation off the back of getting that new and improved contract. Financially speaking, it means he gets less games though. Lanez puts us 1-0 up, that's good. He's on the left-hand side. Don't know if he scored too many goals from the left for me, but he's put us 1-0 up here at the Valley against Birmingham, and into the second half we go. Earl has been booked, by the way. A couple of subs occur there. Diaz comes on for Steng, Suzuki comes on for Grant, and we get a second goal through Diego Lanez. Beautiful stuff from the boy, the young Mexican, and we get 2 goals at the Valley against Birmingham and win the game 2-0. Really nice performance there from Diego Lanez, and he shows us again and reminds us that he is a big old scorer at this level. So something really odd just happened again. So Carl Grant went up from a 74 rated to a 75 rated after some training drills. This also happened recently, about 3-4 episodes ago, and I didn't really bring much attention to it. I didn't even notice it myself at the time, but Tariqe Fosu went up to a 75 and the game still is calling him a 74, which is so annoying. I feel like Foyt as well may have been a 74 at some stage, but basically we are still suffering from this glitch where we are not experiencing the full growth of the players. They're going down by 1 some months, and it's really annoying. It is going to hinder us a little bit with some of these players, but we just have to soldier on. And I wonder if Grant will change to a 75. He definitely just went up, sorry, to a 75 on the training drill, so it remains to be seen, but we need to concentrate on this game against Sheffield United now. And Bramall Lane, aka Ivy Lane, is the destination for this game. Sheffield United against Charlton Athletic here. Sheffield United, pretty decent team on this game. A little bit scared about playing them away from home. and in the Championship they are not even in the top 10 actually. We're second, of course, with 40 points, and let's have a look at where Sheffield United are right now. It doesn't actually show us at all, but we are going to get into the team lineups here. So for Sheffield United, as you can see there, Ricky Holmes makes the bench as well as Ched Evans, but actually on the starting 11 for them, in goal they do have Moore, a back three of Stearman, Basham and Egan, Stevens and Baldock, the wing backs Lundstrom, McGoldrick and Evans in midfield, and Sharp, and I think that was Cleary, I think it said up front. May have been wrong there, but I've just gone for these kits, by the way, if anyone's wondering, because there was a bit of a kit clash no matter what I did other than this. So it's weird because we're playing our home kit and they're playing their away kit even though they're at home. So here is the Charlton lineup. De Boer in goal, Deke still comes back after his suspension at right back. Oh, at left back, who's gone up to a 71 rated player. Mavropanos, the young centre-back, well, both young centre-backs, Mavropanos and Foyt, Forsakaski, Aribo and Fosu at the tip of that midfield. Grant, Suzuki on the right today, and Diego Lainez make up our front three. The reason I've gone with Suzuki was because Stengs was suffering from fatigue and Brahim Diaz can only play on the left wing apparently. And also I feel like Suzuki, I kind of want him to have a really good game because he hasn't been brilliant for us. He's been very average for us so far and I want him to step up. He's a bit more of a physical striker, a little bit like Taylor. So hopefully that can benefit us in this game. We've nicked the ball early on with Tariqe Fosu. Tariqe Fosu releases Grant. Are we onside here? We're not. We put it in, oh, we actually hit the post, but nonetheless he was offside. And that was very close there. Literally a foot and maybe a little bit of leg was the distance in which he actually ended up being offside, but never mind. Forsakaski wins the ball back nicely. Grant's going to play Suzuki in down the right-hand side, and he's got to wait for somebody to cross to Suzuki. He loses the ball. Poor from Suzuki there. Sharp in the box now. That can't be a penalty. Really nice from Joe Aribo. And we get the ball away to Fosu. Really quick escape here. It's going to be Lainez who wriggles around with it. Finds a ball back to Tariqe Fosu. Fosu's going to spread the play here over to Deke still. He can see Yuma Suzuki down the right-hand side. I want to feed this ball into the middle. And a diving header away. We get the ball back though. It's Colin Grant. Turns. Hits the post. Unbelievable. That was a nothing angle really there. He had his back to goal more or less. Shoots. And it actually came off the off the nuts. Let's just be blunt with it. Off the nuts of number 6 and out for a corner. Oh, Sharp gets his head on the ball. Oh God, I never commentate when I don't think there's a goal scoring opportunity, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, ball's in the back of the net, and the absolute poacher for Sheffield United, Billy Sharp puts a to be fair, that was a really good cross, missed by both of my defenders. And then in the back of the net from Billy Sharp, and they take the lead here at Bramall Lane. They've given the free kick away to Aribo, who wins it with his head. It's Grant. Grant's going to look for a ball over the top, and that's half-time actually. The score is 1-0 to Sheffield United. Haven't been playing well again this game. I know last episode I had that 0-0, quite disappointing home draw with Hull. But hopefully we can pick ourselves up in the second half. I might have to change formation to be honest. And there are the Championship scores at the moment. You can have a look at those and see. I don't want to pay attention to any other scores. All I want to do is concentrate on my own game here. We need to improve. And here's Yuma Suzuki on the ball. Back to Deke still. To Forsakaski. To Grant in the box. It's Fosu, sorry. Fosu turns and strikes and equalises for Charlton. I thought it wasn't coming for a second there. But there it is. The number 11 comes back from injury. He is going very soon. In fact, this may be either his last or one of his last games. I know that for a fact. The touch was completely ridiculous there to turn. It was nice though. Gets it out of his feet and puts it in the back of the onion bag to equalise for the Addicts. Let's go. Oh no, here comes Billy Sharp. Billy Sharp, is he going to shoot or is he going to pass? He shoots, sorry. It goes out for a corner ball after the deflection, and here comes a substitution for Sheffield United. And it is going to be, it hasn't even popped up for me there at all. Hasn't given me any indication of what that sub was, but there is a sub nonetheless. It's Fleck on for Evans, and they have a corner now, and Fosu gets it away. Well done, Mavropanos. Really nice defending from Mavropanos. And Forsakaski. Let's go. Quick, hopefully counter-attack. It's Deke still. Deke still needs to go back inside. He does so. It's Tariqe Fosu. Gets the pass off. It's Aribo. Fosu wants to return. Fosu on for his second goal of the game. Fosu strikes and scores and puts Charlton 2-1 up. And those two quick goals have come in very quick succession from Tariqe Fosu and Charlton there. And he is just so lethal in front of goal these days. I'm so annoyed that I've sold him. Again, I have to reiterate, we want to buy him back. We do plan to buy him back in the summer. But look at that. Turn, strike, goal. Charlton all of a sudden out of nowhere in the lead. So we are bringing Tariqe Fosu off for Rolly Bonavaccia here. I think that Bonavaccia is a bit more of a nippy midfielder. Fosu is a bit more static than him, so I'm hoping that the manoeuvrability of Bonavaccia will help us hold on to this lead, maybe even add a goal. Here is Bonavaccia to Suzuki, over here to Grant, and we lose it. Sends it up the line, perfectly fine Suzuki. Inside to Bonavaccia, inside again to Fosu, who finds Grant, who flicks it onto Lanes. Lanes shoot! Lanes puts us 3-1 up. That was a very nicely worked goal. At any point there we could have lost possession, but we just did the right thing at the right time, released the pass and released the shot at the right time, and all of a sudden 3 goals, just like the Swansea game a couple of episodes ago, in very quick succession. That puts Charlton 3-1 up. Look at that, left peg smash, top right hand corner, sorry. And Lanes, the number 7, having a brilliant season yet again for us. What a signing he's been. I think he was our first signing of this whole career mode, and he is proving his worth week in, week out for Charlton. 3-1 the score, 8 goals in the Championship. Beautiful. Mwah. So 7 minutes left here, and I've gone to a 5 at the back. Joe Aribo makes way for the centre-back, Anthony Webber, who hasn't played a lot for us, but a solid, you know, mature and experienced centre-back who is French. He comes on and he's going to what am I trying to say? He's not going to shit on the pitch. He's going to shut up shop for us a little bit more in this closing period. He just did really well and nice and calm there. It's Grant. Grant's going to hopefully release... who is this? Fosu? It's Bonavaccia. Bonavaccia put the cross in, and it's going to come all the way through. Can we win this? Suzuki wins it! And we can't manage to get it out of the reach of Moore. Here comes Sheffield United sharp. Oh, great tackle from Mavropanos. They've still got the ball though. It's Baldock. Baldock to McGoldrick, and well played from Earl, who fires a ball up towards Grant. Grant manages to get the deflection. Can we get it a second time? We can't. That's going to be full time here, I think. Any moment now the whistle will blow. Baldock's still got the ball for the time being. Inside, he tries the pass, but we do manage to win 3-1. And that is a fantastic 3 points away at Sheffield United. It's grim up north, we all know it, but we've got all 3 of the points here. Lovely stuff. So defensively, the inclusion of Suzuki worked an absolute treat. Goals came from Tariqe Fosu and Diego Lanes, of course. Assists came twice from Carl Grant and 1 from Joe Aribo. It does seem to be Lanes plus all of the born and bred Charlton players. I keep saying born and bred, but what I actually mean is real life Charlton players. That seem to be coming up with a lot of the important goals and assists and stuff like that for us. Tariqe Fosu gets man of the match. There are all the other ratings. Apparently Webber was made captain when he came on, but whatever, I'm happy with that. Well, it doesn't matter when you come away with a 3-1 win. And we'll advance and get into our final game. Let's see where that leaves us in the table. Were there any shock results here? Not really. Wolves winning again away from home. Millwall losing to Stoke. Sunderland grab a draw. Nothing too surprising as far as the eye could see here. And now we have a game that's going to round off the episode, and that will be against Wigan. First up though, let's check the player conversations. Lyle Taylor complaining about his play time a little bit. He says it's not making him happy. I respect that, Lyle. We'll try and get you involved a little bit more. If anyone deserves some respect, it is Lyle Taylor. Josh Earl says cheers for all the first team football I'm getting recently. He's been playing well and keeping Page out of the squad at the moment. Earl says he's happy with Charlton over here on the little news screen. Anything else going on here? Not really, it would seem. Something to do with UEFA Team of the Year. Let's have a look at this. We don't usually do stuff like this, but I do actually want to have a little look here. So Verratti, it looks like, playing for PSG. Looks like that's Rafinha there, I believe, on the left-hand side. Coutinho and Rabiot. It's actually Busquets, sorry. It's Busquets. It's not whoever I said, Rafinha. Anyway, let's get into this game against Wigan now. I think we're going to have to do a little bit of rotating. And as you can see, we are up in second place, 2 points clear of Brentford. So all to play for here. Diego Lanes saying he's not feeling up to it and he wants to sit out of this game. Not often that a player comes to you and says that, but I can see by his fitness levels that that is a very legitimate concern of his. So let's see what changes we make here. So a game against Wigan Athletic here, and as you can imagine, quite a few changes. Solly comes in, Pearce comes in, Page comes in, Bonavaccia comes in to start, Taylor up front, and Diaz on the left-hand side of the front 3 as well, just because of fatigue mostly. A couple of new faces on the bench as well. Stengs puts us 1-0 up, Jacobs immediately equalises. James goes in the book for Wigan. We're into the second half now. Let's see if Charlton can grab the winner here. There are a couple of subs made. Please let it be a Charlton goal if there is another goal in this game. We can't afford to get a loss at home. Fosu comes on for a rebound. We're going to grab a goal. Oh no, that is heartbreaking. They get the goal in the 84th minute. In the 84th minute, sorry, through Oliveira for Wigan, and that is a loss at the Valley. I feel like our home form's probably been a bit worse than our away form this season, and that is a bit of a dent in the confidence of the boys, I would imagine. We had to do a lot of rotating there, and we have a game against QPR coming up. QPR are down in 18th, so that is a game that's very, very winnable. Wigan are I think they're pretty poor actually. Let's have a look where Wigan are. Yeah, Wigan literally rock bottom. Why is it that we can't play very well against the teams that are right at the bottom of the table? Anyway, guys, we're still in third. We're still only 1 point off of second. That was a bit of a gutting result, but we go again next time, and the January transfer window, by the way, will open, so we're going to have to think of replacements for Tariqe Fosu first and foremost, and see what we do with that money, as well as obviously getting those new contracts sorted. Our 3 games next time will be against QPR, Millwall in the Cup. We've got them away in the Cup. I think that's going to have to be the one we play. And then we have Brentford away as well. So literally 3 away games on the spin. A very difficult episode next time as we begin January. 86 is the score that I have currently got as my manager rating. I'm pleased with that. Just before we go then, let us do some training and see if anybody goes up. Yeah, look, Grant has gone down to a 74, even though he went up to a 75. And, oh, I hate this glitch. They fixed it now, but it only works for existing for new save files and not for existing save files, which is just going to have to encourage me to buy more players that aren't Charlton players, and it's going to discourage me from being able to bring actual Charlton real life players through all the way to the Premier League, because you invest so much training in them and they just don't end up with the rating that they deserve. Like, Grant should be like a 76 right now. Fosu should be like a 75, 76 right now as well, but they just aren't because of that glitch. Anyway, rant over. Yeah, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you leave a like on this for me, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll catch you later, and sweet.